Have you ever wondered why, no matter where you go in the world, the US dollar always seems to be in charge? Why oil is priced in dollars? Why countries keep dollars in their reserves? And why global markets seem to move whenever the dollar sneezes? Some say it's all part of a hidden power structure, that America forces the world to use its money. But the truth is more complicated and far less secret than it sounds. The story starts after World War II. The United States was one of the only major economies left standing. Its factories were running, its gold reserves were enormous, and its economy was stable. In 1944, world leaders met in a small town called Bretton Woods and decided that the global financial system needed a foundation, one currency that could be trusted. That currency became the US dollar, backed by gold. Every other major currency was tied to it. For a while, you could literally exchange dollars for gold. This arrangement gave the dollar its central role, but the real twist came later. In 1971, President Nixon ended the direct link between the dollar and gold. The dollar was no longer backed by anything physical, just the trust in the US government. Many thought this would end its dominance. Instead, the opposite happened. The dollar became even more powerful, not because of a conspiracy, but because of momentum, trust, and convenience. Some people believe the dollar dominates the world because the US manipulates other countries or controls global trade behind the scenes. They imagine secret deals or hidden forces keeping the dollar on top. But in reality, the explanation is more economic than political. The world uses dollars because everyone else already does. It's what economists call a network effect, the same reason we all use the same phone chargers or social media platforms. Once a standard becomes widely adopted, it's incredibly hard to replace. The US dollar is also backed by something unique: the size and stability of the American economy. The United States has one of the deepest, most liquid financial markets in the world. Investors know they can buy and sell US Treasury bonds easily and safely. Global trade, especially in commodities like oil and gas, relies on that stability. In the 1970s, the US made agreements with major oil-producing countries to price oil in dollars, the so-called petrodollar system. It wasn't a dark secret, just a practical arrangement that made trade easier. Over the decades, this created a cycle. Because global trade uses dollars, countries need to hold dollars. Because countries hold dollars, financial institutions use dollars. And because financial institutions use dollars, investors trust the system even more. It's not magic or manipulation, it's habit reinforced by stability. Even nations that don't trust US politics still trust US money, because it's the most predictable option in a world full of uncertainty. Understanding this changes how you see global finance. The dollar's dominance isn't a mystery to be solved. It's a reminder of how much of our world runs on shared confidence. Power, in economics, often looks like trust scaled up to a global level. If you ever hear that the dollar is about to collapse or be replaced overnight, remember that systems built on decades of trust rarely disappear quickly. They evolve, but slowly, as habits and institutions adjust. That's the real secret, not hidden power, just the weight of history and stability combined. If this helped you understand why the US dollar still rules the world, subscribe to Simple Revenues. Every week, we uncover the truth behind big financial ideas, clearly, calmly, and without complexity. Thanks for watching. Simple Revenues, finance made simple.